levels. I got it out there. Whoa! I got a book. Looting 3. I just caught treasure. Grandpa, Looting 3. Look at, just check it out. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my Minecraft 1.7 pre-release overview video. Today is October 23rd, 2013. It is Wednesday, though the pre-release was actually made available yesterday on 10/22, 2013. But what does this mean, pre-release? What does it mean for you and for me? It means simply that 1.7 update, the official update, pufferfish! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, these guys are great. Awesome! They're so hard to catch, but I got one. Got one. Where was I? Oh, I love fishing. New fishing is so fun. Oh yeah, 1.7 coming out on Friday. You don't have to do anything. Run your launcher and it will be sent to you auto-magically through the launcher. And then you get to play around with all the cool new stuff, including fishes and... Oh. Ew. He's just a regular guy. Get out of here. That's the old kind. Go. Be free. Swim. Go. He's just a little stunned. He'll be fine. He'll be good. But this guy's a keeper. Definitely a keeper. Alright, so let's get started. There's a lot of ground to cover. Unfortunately, I don't have time to cover all of it. There's tons of bug fixes, lots of new stuff, a lot of new features. But I would like to show you at least some of the new coolio stuff. Stop the music. Did I just say coolio? Oh god, strike that from the record. I did not say coolio. I definitely didn't say coolio. Okay, let's start over here at the new biomes. As you can see here, I'm actually standing in a new biome. This is a mesa. It's made of hardened clay. You can now go and get clay right from a mesa with the proper tool, and that is a pick. So now we have hardened clay, and some of it's even colored. Check it out. So we got the red, the orange. This is the just regular hardened. You got this flesh tone, and the brown, and the yellow. Now, note that this particular mesa biome does not have the yellow in it because I made this map with one of the earlier snapshots, and the yellow wasn't included. But it is there now. So if you make a new map with the snapshot on one, if you make a map with 1.7 and you find a mesa, it will have this yellow, and it also will have this new red sand as well. And that's not here either because again, I made this map a couple weeks ago. Anyway, so the red sand can be used like regular sand, and that will be, you can turn it into glass, but you cannot make sandstone with it. Now, there's lots of new biomes. Lots of new biomes. I think what I'm going to do is just do a quick, a rapid fire look at all the biomes. Well, not all of the biomes, but some of the biomes, because I do have maps made up with some of the biomes where I'm standing right in it, and I'm going to do a kind of a quick cut through half a dozen or so, let you see them, and then we'll come back here, we'll take a look at some of the new features and items. So why don't we do that, alright? Alright, rapid fire biomes, let's get started. First one is the Mega Taiga. The Mega Taiga, as you can see here, has gigantic redwood trees, which is really just 2x2 spruce pine. As you can see here, it's just spruce wood, regular old spruce wood trees, but they're very tall and sparse on leaves. One of the coolest features here of the Mega Taiga is the podzol soil. This podzol soil can only be taken with a pick that has a shovel that has silk touch, like so. If you try to take it with a regular shovel, you just get regular dirt. Now, what's so interesting about this podzol? Well, it's cool looking, and you can make gigantic mushrooms on it. Portable instant shroom shelter! Activate! Yes! We can make them again. So cool. See? Nothing up top. We don't have to shade it or anything. You just pop it down and let it rip. It's just like mycelium. What else is here? Oh, yes. Moss stone boulders. These are generated naturally here in the Mega Taiga. Okay, that's fast enough. We're going to try to do 1 minute per biome if we can. Next! Next up, we have ice plane spikes. Huzzah! Check that out. Ice plane spikes. What is it made of? Well, ice. Packed ice, to be more specific. There it is. You can see that it is opaque, unlike the old ice, which I have placed down here to show you the difference between the two, side by each. And you can see through the old original ice. You cannot see through packed ice. That's what opaque means, as far as I know. That's what I looked it up, and that's what Google told me. Anyway, so no melty mess. You can put torches on these guys. They don't melt. Cool. And they're huge, giant spikes, and you can collect it. Isn't that cool? But you need a silk touch tool to get them. Bing! Got it. Nah, didn't get it. So, there you go. Pretty cool stuff. Lots of snow down here, too. Look at snow blocks. Snow blocks will give you snowballs with a regular shovel. If you have a shovel with Silk Touch, you get snow blocks. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, by the way, there's also some snow on top here, on top of the blocks of the surface, and you can get snowballs from them too. I don't know if we can get that back. Let's try to toggle some snow here. Toggle downfall. How much time? How am I doing for time? Am I at a minute yet? I don't know if that's going to accumulate or not. It does! It does! Woo! Accumulate! Accumulate! Okay, good. Good. No school tomorrow. Keep snowing. Yikes. Almost fell. Alright, we'll see you in the next biome. Don't go anywhere. Wait, I don't even go to school anymore. Alright, taking the day off from work. Okay, wait. Be right back. Birch Forest, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Biome is Right. Right. So, yes, Birch Forest. What does the Birch Forest have? Birch trees, of course. And sneaky zombies. Hello? Okay, let's get out of here. And lilac bushes. They're lovely. Lovely. These do generate naturally here in the Birch Forest, as do the birch trees. Many birch trees in the Birch Forest, as you would expect. Okay, we're doing better on time now, I think. Let's go. Next! Alrighty, folks, check this out. We have a 2-for-1 deal with this particular map seed, which, by the way, is Punchwood. All one word, lowercase, and it will put you right over there in this grassy area, smack dab in the middle of these two awesome new biomes. We've got on this side the roofed forest with big mushrooms and the sunflower plains over here. So why don't we take a look at these two and then we'll move on. So, a sunflower plains, as you would expect, has many sunflowers. And here's one right here. They're tall, they're bright and yellow and beautiful, and they all face east. They all worship the sun. They just stare at it all day long. Ah, here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo. Or something like that. I think they're all fanatics. But what do I know? Anyway, so if you harvest sunflowers, you will get this little sunflower head. And you can do some things with this. You can plant them, or you can craft them down into dandelion yellow. Yellow dye, that is. Pretty cool stuff. Now, sunflower plains also have other types of flowers. We see poppy here, and also the azure bleuet. This is the little French fella. And there's other ones too, like I think I've seen tulips and box-sized daisies, but we're not going to look at those right now. Let's head over here to the roofed mushroom forest. Roof forest with big mushrooms and flaming zombies. Now, one thing to consider with the roof forest is the heavy canopy and dark shadows within. That allows monsters to spawn here. So if you're not careful, you will bump into many monsters inside. So what else does this have? It has these gigantic dark oak trees. This is not a regular oak tree, and I will show you the difference here. Actually, I'm going to show you the difference when we get back to the testing grounds, but this is definitely different wood. You can see right there it says dark oak wood and dark oak wood planks, so forth and so on. You'll also get some flower growth inside here, as well as the other really cool feature, giant mushrooms. These just grow. They're generated automatically inside the roof forest. You don't have to do anything, and you can also find little mushrooms growing around here too. So, all right, how are we doing for time? That was less than 2 minutes, right? Because I had 1 minute each. I think so. Okay, let's move on. Next up is the flower forest, which is essentially a forest with many flowers. Let me gain some height here, and I'll show you all the flowers and the variety of said flowers. So I'm not going to show you the names of the flowers here while we're in the forest. We're going to head back to the testing grounds, where I have them all in flowered pots, displayed in array with their various dye colors that are associated with them. But I just did want to show you this from a bird's eye view. It's really pretty, isn't it? Loving it. Loving it. Here we have the Mesa and Mesa Plateau. So right now I'm on the plateau. If I fly down here, we are in the irregular Mesa. Pretty cool stuff. And as I had said earlier, and I showed you the mesa that we have the testing grounds in, it does not have red sand or yellow clay. This one was newly generated today with 1.7.1 pre-release, and as you can see here, we have the red sand here, and of course the yellow stained clay right there. So they do indeed generate naturally in mesas. Very cool. Next up, we have the Savannah and the Savannah Plateau. Savannas feature acacia trees. Horse spawns, potentially. Not all of them have horses, but some do. And it does not rain here. Oh, by the way, I don't think it rains in the mesa either. Actually, I'm positive it doesn't. And neither does it rain in the Savannah. So here, this particular map seed does indeed have horses in this Savannah. Very cool. And here's a bird's eye look at this Savannah. We've got the acacia trees kind of sparsely growing throughout, and they are various shapes and sizes. Now, the acacia tree is actually a different colored wood. We're going to go look at that back at the laboratory in a moment. Okay, now, according to Mojang, oceans aren't nearly as vast and expansive as they were prior to 1.7. But there is a new ocean feature, and it's called Deep Ocean. It's got gravel, clay, and squiddies. And let me show you right here. We have one here at this planet. A deep ocean. Whee! Goodbye, squiddies! Alright, snow-capped hills and mountains, and it snows at higher elevations. So right here you can clear the lower half. And I've also made this little platform here trying to test where the rain actually converts to snow. But it doesn't look like there's any hard, fast rule or at specific locations. The snow will change. The rain will change to snow, and vice versa, like that right there. But the higher you go, you get to a point where all the rain converts to snow. So on the edge over here, we get a little bit of wonkiness when you get right around here in the 80, 90-ish. Height level. So we'll have to do some more testing with that, but clearly you can see that it snows at higher elevations and the snow accumulates. So pretty much anywhere. Alright, pretty cool stuff. Let's move on. Alright, welcome back to the testing ground. So now that we've got the biomes out of the way, why don't we take a look at some of the new items in 1.7. And we'll start with the two new trees and what they yield when we harvest them and so forth. So we've got the dark oak right here. This is from the roofed forest that we saw. It's a 2x2 trunk, and it does not give apples like the regular oak tree. However, you can get saplings from this, and the sapling is right here in this frame. Clearly it's different from the old oak sapling, the old oak tree sapling. And there's no yellow ribbon or anything, but it does have a thicker trunk. Check it out. Now, you can grow these big fellas. And in order to do so, whoops, hey, you are supposed to grow. Let me show you. You are going to need saplings. And I'm running out of space here. You're going to need 4 saplings arranged like so. And I wanted to show you this with those other guys, but they grew without my permission. 4 saplings like that, and you whack one with some bone meal, and boom! You get one. Pretty cool stuff. Over here we have the actual planks that you can get from the wood. Note that it is darker even more so than the spruce pine, which was our darkest wood before, but this is now our darker wood. I really like the dark wood a lot. Even the trunk is a little bit different. So we have the regular planks there, we have the slabs and the stairs all laid out here before you. Alright, let's go over here and take a look at the acacia tree. Acacia tree comes out of a savanna, as we had seen. It's got that bright red inside. And here it is when we break it down into planks and slabs and stairs. Now that kind of came out looking like a face, and I I added the hair for effect, but and the acacia tree does drop a sapling. What? You are so noisy. You know what I can do to you now? Do you know what I can do? I can do many things. Well, I can't drown you. Well, I can, but not if I give you a water-breathing potion first. So, here's what I can do, though. And you can't do anything about it. I can shut your volume down. Squelch. Shh. Quieting. Thank you. Whew. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, by the way, you can independently control volume of the various things that make noise in the game. Like noisy cats and noisy rain. Very cool. Okay, let's take a look at the new and improved fishing in Minecraft 1.7. So, dinnerbone clams, it's pretty fun. Well, let me tell you, Mr. Dinnerbone, that is a severe understatement. Not only is fishing in Minecraft a heck of a lot more exciting than it used to be, it is also extremely addicting. I can't stop. And I'm telling you right now, once you start, it's hard to walk away. And why is that? Well, because number one, there's a lot more fish to catch, and I'll show you the 3 new fish here in a moment. But you can catch treasure now. You can catch treasure. You can actually catch magical items, and you can catch saddles and name tags, and a few other items. And we'll talk about the actual fishing enchantments that can increase your chances of getting treasure. But before we do that, let's take a look at the fish. So there are 3 new fish to catch. We have the clownfish, the pufferfish, and a salmon. So why don't we take a look at each one of these individually a little more closely. And first is the clownfish. This is Nemo. We all know Nemo. Cute little clownfish. You cannot cook Nemo. You can eat him raw if you so desire, but that just seems wrong. He's not very nutritious either, so really the only thing you can do with Nemo is maybe stick him on the wall as a trophy. Pufferfish. These guys are highly toxic and highly adorable. Look at the little guy. You just want to pinch his cheeks and maybe eat him all up, but you don't want to eat him. Trust me. You can't cook these guys, but you can eat them raw. But I'm going to show you what happens when you eat a pufferfish. Pufferfish, in reality, are poisonous. And if you eat one, there's a good chance that you will become poisoned and get really, really sick. And I'm going to show you how that happens here in a moment in the name of science. You can catch salmon now, too. So here's a picture of the raw salmon. And if you eat a raw salmon, it's about the same as eating a raw fish, so it's not that nutritious when it's uncooked. But if you cook it, you get a nice grilled salmon. Look at that guy. Delish. And that will restore, I think, three hunger pops? I think so, anyway. But I want to save my hunger. I'm just a tad hungry here, and I want to show you what happens when you eat a pufferfish. You can there's actually 2 uses of a pufferfish, and I'm going to show you one right now. And again, this is in the name of science and the things I do for you people. Oh, I still have my pink disco slacks on. Look at that. All right, here we go. Down the hatch. Oh, ow. Ooh. Does anybody have a Tums Pepto-Bismol? Anything? So right there you can see hunger, poison, and nausea. Ugh, man, that's awful. All the way down to a half a heart. All right. I'm going to have a little Pepto-Bismol and eliminate all that nonsense. Whew. Nasty. Nasty buggers. All right. Now, let's take a look at what else we can do with pufferfish, because they're not completely useless. You can actually pop one of these guys in a brewing stand with some awkward potions, and wait a minute, and you will get... yeah, well, okay. Spoiler. Water-breathing potions. And I have one right here. It's a water-breathing potion with splash ability. And this is excellent for keeping cats alive. I have a very poor history with cats and drowning. Shh. I think Tank might be listening. So this is quite a lovely thing for a guy like me that tends to lose cats. Alright, moving on, let's take a look at the new fishing enchantments. So, we have at our disposal 2 new enchantments. We have Lure and Luck of the Sea. These can be put on your fishing pole to enhance your fishing experience. And as you can see here, I have Grandpa's Lucky Lure. This has Luck of the Sea 3 and Lure 3 on it, and both of these will make fishing far more ridiculous than it already is. Dang it. I love it. Love it. Alright, I'm going to keep an eye on that bobber. So, Lure comes in 3 levels. I got it out there! Whoa! I got a book! Looting 3! I just caught treasure! Grandpa! Looting 3! Look at, just check it out! Oh, it really works, Grandpa. Oh, cool. Anyway. Alright, so Lure 1 through 3, what does this do? It increases the rate of catches between casts. So, in essence, you can catch things faster. Luck of the Sea comes in 3 strengths, 1 through 3, and this lowers the odds of catching junk by swapping it with fish. So, let's say you are destined to catch junk on your line. If you have Luck of the Sea, you might instead catch a fish or treasure instead. Okay, let's move on to named items in frames. Check it out. So if you do name an item and you put it in a frame, you can now just point to it and you'll see the name. So we have our Dunce Cap here, we have our Disco Slacks, and I have Sauron, and Grandpa's Lucky Lure. That must be Grandma's because I got Grandpa's right here. That's weird. So that's cool. Maps. Did I do maps yet? I don't think so. Enhanced maps. More colors. More vibrant. Full frame. So here is a close-up map. This is the first map that you make, and then you can zoom out, of course. And you can see here that it goes right to the edge of the frame, so it's much larger than before. And you can see far more items on the map that are pinpointed here, represented with color. We have cactuses here, or cacti, right? We have more colors out here. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And here is the same map, but zoomed out slightly, and you can see the contours, a little shading there. Really nice. Very lovely. Good work, Dinnerbone. Okay, let's get inside here to the PSJ's Florist and Petting Zoo. Lovely. Are we done with fishing? Just one more cast. Oh, fine. All right, let's go into the florist shop. So here I have all of the new flowers and even the old flowers in flower pots, and also to show you the dye color that we can extract from said flower. So these are the two that we've already known, the dandelion and the poppy. This actually has a new name now and a new look, but it's the old rose red, and that gives yellow and red, of course. And then we have the blue orchid, we have an allium, and we have azur bleuet, the little French guy, and those are the dyes they give. Over here we have all the tulips. There are several tulip varieties, and there's all the dyes that they give, and the oxeye daisy. Ta-da! Pretty cool stuff, right? Steve's gone missing, so he's fired. Over here we have bushes. We have the peony that does pink. We have a rose bush which does red, obviously, and a pink lilac does pink. Brown mushroom and red mushroom, they're old news, but you can put them in flower pots. That's drinking water, chicken. Drinking water, chicken. Get out of there. Good job. All right. So let's go. Oh, let's go grow some stuff over here. So here's the getting nighttime. I think it's time. I think it's time to quit. All right. Stained glass. Yield back all 8 of your glass, but with the color that you drop in there, and you can use any colored dye. You can then break those down into stained glass panes, like that. Pretty cool stuff. And here they are, all in their glorious colors. Let's just get some downfall. You want some brightness. Here we are, all of, and then over here we have the panes. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Demonstrate to you, but I will list them off to you, and much, much more. We have the full changelog on the wiki. Go check that out. I'll put a link down below if it does exist. I think it does. Lots of bug fixes. Achievements overhaul. So there's some new achievements, and it does some fancier stuff than it did before. We have new video and audio in this video. However, I do plan on doing more that in my Survive and Thrive series, so expect to see that coming down the pike pretty soon. I'm going to go out and do some serious exploring. I love this stuff. Love the new stuff here in 1.7. So, all right, I got to go, and I hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to, you know what? Well, I'm going to do a little fishing first, I guess. Let's go do some fishing. All right, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all soon. I'm just going to hang out right here, and also stone slabs and stone brick slabs. So I've put placeholders here for now in these exhibits, and we'll have to go back and grab all those. And by the way, I will cover all these with glass, and we'll put signs here saying what the actual item is. So this would be like, you know, moss stone brick, etc. And then maybe down here who it was donated by, assuming it was donated by an individual. So I wanted to line these up, and I couldn't get things working right. So I put this wall up here, and I decided, well, let's, you know, in museums they'll have these little factoid informational, or maybe 5 facts here about strongholds.